Hi everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to do my 2022 governor election prediction for September here. I did one recently a couple weeks ago, and this is an updated one for this month. Alright, so for Republican safe states, we have Oklahoma, Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, along with Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, and Ohio. For Democrat safe states, we have Oregon, California, Hawaii, Illinois, Massachusetts, and New York. For Republican likely states here, we have Texas. In Texas, I think that Greg Abbott will win his re-election here against Beto O'Rourke. Beto, he is an okay Democratic candidate here. Greg Abbott is trying to go for a third consecutive term. He is not term limited here in the state. Beto O'Rourke, I don't think he'll win against the popular incumbent. Texas has been leaning more and more to the left in recent years, but they're still very conservative. When I say they lean more to the left, I mean lean more to the left now than they did in the 2000 with George Walker Bush here when he was governor. But in this, I see Greg Abbott winning his re-election here, and he will serve another consecutive term here as governor. Another state we have is Florida. Ron DeSantis will win here against Charlie Crist, who is a former governor here. He is running as the Democratic Party in this race. So he was a Republican governor. I think he was back in 2006. I think it was around the time. And so for the governor, for the former governor to change his party, he lost his re-election. He changed his party. He's coming back to win a second non-consecutive term against the popular incumbent governor Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is probably one of the most popular governors on the Republican side within the state. Not across the country, but within the state. He has done a lot of good for the state of Florida. He's done a lot of good for the people, and I think he'll win this as a likely margin here. And in the state of Georgia, I think Brian Kemp will win his re-election here. Back in 2018, let's see. Oh, that's Alabama. Let's see, Georgia. Back in 2018, he ran against Stacey Abrams for the next governor of Georgia for his first term. And in this race, he barely came out on top against Stacey Abrams. She is a very liberal, far-left candidate. I think Brian Kemp, what really pushed him over the top was his real conservative ideas in the state, being a very conservative state. But Stacey Abrams is back in 2022. She's trying to make Brian Kemp a one-term governor. She's trying to get her spot back. I don't think that she'll be able to win. I think she's a lot more unpopular now, speaking that she lost 4 years ago. What makes her any more able to win here? I do not think that she'll win. Yes, there are 2 Democratic senators, but she will not. I don't think she'll win to win the governor race here. And for the state of Alaska, I think that this will go for the Republicans here. They've been able to hold on to this for a long time, for the past 4 years. I think that Mike Denaleuve, I think he'll win here. Back in 2018, he won here with 51.4% to Mark Bix is 44.4%. Yeah, so speaking with that, I think 4 more years, I think the state of Alaska will re-elect him as governor. And for the state of Iowa, I think will go for the Republicans here in this state. Here we have Kim Reynolds. She is a pretty popular governor. She won against Fred Humble. He lost to her 50.3% to his 57.5% here. Iowa has gone pretty conservative the past few years, starting with the 2016 presidential election when they voted for Donald Trump by a pretty decent margin for being a Republican candidate when they had voted Democrat since 1992. He broke that in 2016. It was very, very good. It was a very big gain for the Republicans here, and on the presidential side. But I think that Kim Reynolds will hold on to this. And for the state of Kansas, I'm going to categorize this as a likely state as well. Here in the state of Kansas, let's see. Laura Kelly, she is the incumbent. She's gotten pretty unpopular in the state. I think Derek Schmidt will win here. They're very conservative for the most part with their senators and representatives. For them to elect a Democrat governor back in 2018, Laura Kelly, with a pretty decent margin against the Republican nominee. It was a turnout for Republicans, but I think in this election, I think Kansas will see the red wave here with Derek Schmidt. I think he'll become the next governor come 2023, and so I think that is all for here. Oh, and also for another couple safe states, we have Vermont and New Hampshire. For New Hampshire, here in this state, let's go to New Hampshire. Chris Sununu won in 2020 with 65.1% to Don Fettel's 33.4%. A major win for Republicans. This is a blowout election, a landslide. I think that he'll win in 2022. So yeah. Along with Vermont here. Vermont, we have, Phil Scott. He is the incumbent back in 2020. He won with 68.5% of the vote here. This is a very big and respectable margin for an incumbent Republican governor in a very Democratic state. I mean, you have the senator from here, Bernie Sanders, the very liberal but runs as an independent now. This means a lot for Republicans across the state. This is very promising for the Republican Party. I think he'll win his re-election here. No doubt about that. So if we go for Democrat likely states, we have Colorado. I think Colorado will go to the Democrats here in this election here. Jared Polis, he is the incumbent. I think that he'll win in this election, just because Colorado has gone pretty Democratic the past it's been a long time. They've been shifting towards the left here. I think he'll win here. I don't think Republicans can take this state back. The last time they voted for Republican in a presidential election was in 2000 with George Bush against Al Gore. I don't think they'll ever vote again unless there is a very unpopular Democrat candidate, a very popular Republican candidate, and there was another landslide across the nation in electoral votes. Speaking now, for another one, we have Minnesota for Democrats. I think that Minnesota will go to the Democrats here. Tom Waltz, he is the incumbent. He's decently popular. Back in 2018, he won with 53.8% against Jeff Johnson's 42.4%. In 2022, Scott Jensen's the nomination here. I think we'll narrow it up a little bit here, but I don't think he has enough to take it against the popular incumbent Democrat here. So I think we should talk about Connecticut and Rhode Island. If we go to Connecticut, click on Connecticut here. Connecticut, Ned Lamont, I think he will win his re-election here. No doubt about that. This is going to be a likely margin for the Democrats. Rhode Island. Let's talk about Rhode Island here for a minute. I think that Dan McKee will win here. No doubt about that. I think this will go likely margin for the Democrats. And I think that's all. So, now we have lean and tilt margins for Republicans. We have Arizona. Arizona, the incumbent, Doug Ducey. He is a Republican. He is term limited. He cannot run again. We have Carrie Lake against Katie Hobbs. Katie Hobbs is an unpopular Democrat candidate, and Katie Hobbs is well known across the state. I think Katie Hobbs will get this as a lean margin here. I think she can win here. New Mexico, the state of New Mexico. This is a Democrat held governor. I think that Republicans will be able to take this year. She's pretty unpopular across her state, and I think this will go as a tilt margin for Republicans. The state of Nevada. Steve Sisolak, I think that he'll lose his re-election. I think that Republicans will also take this state at a tilt margin here. For the state of Wisconsin is a Democrat-held. Tony Evers, I think, will lose his re-election here. I think Tim Michels will win here. He's pretty popular. Tony Evers is a very unpopular governor. I think this will go as a lean margin. For the state of Pennsylvania, is currently held by incumbent governor, Democrat Governor Tom Wolf. He endorsed Josh Shapiro for governor. Doug Mastriano, he is the Trump-endorsed candidate, and I think he will win this as a lean margin here. I think this is a gain for Republicans. In the state of Maryland, Maryland is right now a Republican held governor here, Larry Hogan. He is a moderate Republican. He's pretty popular across the state. I think Dan Cox, he's the Trump-endorsed candidate. I think he will win here at a very, very slim margin against Wes Moore. I think Wes Moore won't win here in the state of Maryland. This goes as a tilt margin for Republicans. We have 2 states left, and this is for Democrats. We have lean and tilts for Democrats. In the state of Michigan, this will go for Gretchen Whitmer. I don't think Tudor Dixon will win here. She's the wrong candidate for the job here. I think she will lose to the popular incumbent Gretchen Whitmer. This will go as a lean margin for Democrats. And for the state of Maine, Janet Mills is the incumbent Democrat governor. She is running against a former governor, Paul LePage. She is trying to get a third non-consecutive term here. And I think that this is a hold for Democrats with a tilt margin here. This is my my prediction for September: 32 for Republicans and 18 for Democrats. If you all like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see more from me, I will have a lot more videos coming in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you, God bless, and God bless America.